Today we have the lesson number 1. Lesson number 1, the first activity request to a student is the practice with the counting by page. The counting by page, they try to practice how to count it by ones, by tens, by hundred and thousand. So the first page, they need to check this, the student, and they need to write down on 20th page exactly the same page, the same numbers that are on the top. So they emulate or they try to practice how to count it by one. So it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hopefully they say it aloud. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 60, 70, 80, 90, 20. You have a second possibility of practice. If they can, do it by 10, exactly the same thing. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. We go 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160, 170, 180, 190, and 200. If they forgot to do this, please tell your student, take a look here and repeat it. If you don't remember, it's fine. You just review, write it down, and say it aloud. The same for the 100 and the same for the 1000. That is something that I request the student do it every day when they practice. Now, we practice lesson number 1. We already finished the do now, counting by tens. That's the activity I want you to do this. We start today with the problem of the day when we ask if this number represent 12 tens over here, 1200, 210, and 91. If this is the standard form, is right correctly? The answer is no. Why? Because they need to understand these 19 ones there need to be compared. This is 210 and this suppose here we have 1200. So what happened? These 19 tens, in rigor, we took 10 of these and we regrouping. That's one of the concepts we try to put, and we convert in 1/10. I will put this 10 here. It's exactly the same one. So I move it from here to here. This one disappeared, so we have left 9, and that's the 9 that we have here. Now we have this one over here. We put it on the top, so now we have 3 tens. On the 100, it's exactly the same process. We just move it. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have 2 left 100, but this 12, we put it here and we convert in 1000. So that we put it like this, and this will become one of these now. So that's the total become now. This one will become 1000, and we just have these 2 left. So that's why we say we have 2 left and 100. This is the standard form that we want to see, not that one. When we understand this concept, we explain to the student that we need to have 3 things: label, write the place value chart, compose, see the need to regrouping, and write the value for the card. So the first thing in this case is label. We put the label here. We try to explain about the concept of regrouping. So here we need to write the place value chart with a comma, and also we try to put here what represent each one of these symbol, 1,000. So in this case, we need to see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's use other color. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got 6, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times 1, 2, 200. So the number standard form is 266. We don't need to regroup it or change anything because always we have one digit in each place value. When we go here, we use exactly the same methodology. First label. We count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. If we have more than 10 on one of these units, that means we need to regroup. Second step, we need to write down the number, the place value chart. We write down the total. We have exactly 12 ones, 8 tens, 100. We need to regroup it. What does mean this? We need to take 10 of this and convert one of these. So that means this one over here, we put it here, and we have 2 left of the hand. Exactly where I have the 2 left, and that's the other one. This one over here is exactly the one we have here, and we have left 2 of these, and this is the 2 that we have here, if we want to see it. So after this, we have 8 plus 1 that we can see over here, 8 plus 1. So we have now 9 tenths, where we can count it. And after this, we need to have 192, that is expanded form 192. After this, we have an activity. We need to organize when we have regrouping or not. Basically, it's when they have more than 10 units in one of the ones and the tens or the hundred or any place value. In this case, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we make an X because we need to do a regrouping. The second one is no, because we don't have more than 10. We have just 4, just 5, 5. We just have 3. We just have 2,000. No. Here is exactly the same. On the ones we have less than 10. We have less than 10. We have less than 10. Here in theory, what they need to say. So we have, let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,000. So we need to do X because we need to regroup here now. And this one we have already 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we know we need to make this. Over here in our journal, we write the reason how we found that we need to regroup. We have a number of stages of the number. This is what we want to learn today. Students will be able to compose a discomposed number, combine or break it apart. Is discomposed, combine is composed, put it together, separate a number into something, and represent in expanded form. Expanded form is what the big concept we need to do today. Expanded form. We have 4 questions. We need to answer 3. That will be the DOL that we need to answer on Google Classroom. We will put DOL from today or DOL for lesson 1. When we go this, and I do, the first thing we mentioned before, we need to label. So we label here. That way, as our student label every time the same process, we need to verify if they have the regrouping or not. So clearly we have more than once. This is the place value chart. We need to write it down. Again, but we can count it. If we count it, we found out, and I recommend to label 2. Oops, sorry. So how you label? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 ones. That's the 1. That's what we write with this color, the ones, because this is the ones that we want to represent. This is the 10 and this is the 100. How many 10s we have? We need to count it, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And this is what we write down here. I have 300. What happened? We need to regroup it. We explained before that we check it this and convert in 100. So that means we have the 6 left here, and this one we move it here because that's what we're doing. We're regrouping. When you count it, now you have 12 plus 1 is 13. Because 12 plus 1 is 13, that is the number which we need to write down here. Again, the same thing. We need to regrouping. All of these, they convert in 100. We have 3 left. This is the 3 left we have here. And this one, we add in here. And they have 4. That was the 1, 2, 3, and 400. This is the concept of regrouping that is super important. You need to do it, and that's representation. So when you have here 436, we try to explain what represent this. It looks like we have a dot. We need to put 4 of this, 3 of this, and 6 of the other one. That means when you count it by 1, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, if you count it by 10, 10, 20, 30, so that's where we put 30, count it by 100, 100, 200, 300, 400. It's exactly the concept that we did in the do now. So we know we have 400, 3 10s, and 6 1. But if you count in all of these, it means we have 400 here, 30 on the 10, and 6 on the 1s. So this is the 100, the 10s, and the 1s that represent the number, the units. So if we write the number here, it means the first number, if we 400, the second number, you take away this 3 over there, and you put 0 in the rest. So you put here 6, and since you don't have nothing, if you add in all of this, you have 400. If you add in all of this, you have 4. If you add in this, you have 3. If you add in this, you have 6. With this in mind, it's exactly how we explain to the student how we compose the number. Let me show you what's mean this. Sorry for the convenience. It's like this. You have a number. It's just you put the part. So you want the 400. It means you have 4 and 2 0 for the other position. That's why we put it like this. You have 3 plus 1 0. I have 6 and the last 6. So when you put it together, it's 436. And it's the number what we have here. But then we decompose the number by each relay. So we each place value. So the first thing we have the 100. Then we put the 10. And then we put the 1. We separate. When you put it together in addition, like this, 400 plus 30 plus 6 is equal 436 is when we have expanded form. Let's do some practice. With bigger number, this is 1,000, this is 100, this is 10, need to count it first. We need to see the hard regrouping. We need to regroup the unit, so we don't have this problem anymore. So we know we have 4 ones. We have how many tens? It looks like we have more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 15. So that is the number that we write down here. Also, we have 200 and we have 2000. So clearly we need to regroup in here that we did in the past. So we have 4 here, we have 5 here, and this one you put it here. And that's exactly what we're doing. We have 3. So this number 2354, that is exactly the number that represents this. Just we expanded in a different way. So we have the number 200. Let's explain it so we can understand what it means each one of these. This means you have here 1000, 1000. We have here 300. 5 tens and 4 ones. We know that is the number, but we know that 2000 is equal to 2000. We know that 300 means 300. We know that 5 tens is 50, and we know it's 4 because we know how to count by 10, by 1, by 100, by 1000. So how many 100? We have 2. How many 1000? 100? We have 3. We have 5 tens, and we have 4 ones. Oh, this is 1, 10, 100, and 1000. So we will have this is mean, we're doing again, 2013, so it's mean take this, you put it 2000, you put it at 300, you put it at 50, and you put it at 4. But we need to do it in a paper. So the number is 2354. So we need to do now we need to do it and write it down. So this is the 2, this is the 3, this is the 50, this is the 4. So we write it down here. Is that the first one? We put 0 in the rest, and that's what we got. The second one, the third, and the last. And it's exactly the same thing we did before, but now we write it down. This is the 2000, this is the 300, this is the 50, and this is the 4. So now we need to put it together. So now the expanded form will be 2000 plus 300 plus 50 plus 4. So the first one is the 1000, it's 2000. The second one is the 100. The 100 is 3, so it's 300. Then we continue with the tens, the 50, and we finish with the ones, that is 4. That was 2,354. Then we need to practice. Basically, that is the lesson today. We need to have this. Let's go with this problem. This problem, basically, we need to label. We need to write it down. How many ones? Count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All you want, you can label. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We need to regroup it. And we have 0, 100, I have 1,000. So what does mean this? We need to regroup in this. This convert in 100. So that means this one, we put it here. 0 plus 1 is 1. We have 0 left, 7. And this is our number. After this, we are in condition to try to do our expanded form. We know we have, it's always good to remember, 1,000, 100, 0 tens, and 7 ones. So when you write the number here, 1107, 1107, we start with the first one, we see with the second one, we don't have nothing, and this is 7. So that's why we have the expanded form. But also it's good to remember this. If you have 1,000, it means you make a picture of 1,000. That's why we put it here, 1,000. This is 1,000. 100 is mean we put one of these. That's why we put the 100. We don't have nothing on the tens without put nothing. We have 7 ones. And if you put it all together, it's a 7. That's why we put it. This is the expression of expanded form, is what we learned together. You will have practice over there, you have more practice, and then you need to check today this DOL. This is the DOL that you need to check. The DOL, first of all, you need to label. Need this example. They need to do the place value chart. They need to write down the value. What is this? And when you have the answer, check if this is correct or no, 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 and I found your answer. I hope this helped. See you in the class of tomorrow.